Hi and welcome to our channel, Mother and Daughter. My name is Melissa.
My name is Natalie.
We're having this episode where we're talking about some of our passions. Yeah. Some of the passions that are unhealthy, passions that are healthy, that should be nurtured in this space that we're in as young adults. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was growing up, when I was a young adult, the things that I loved doing, because I came from high school and I loved going for music festivals and dramas. So when I started working, I would go to the National Theatre to watch some of those productions. Yeah. I think a recap of some of the set books that we used to do because we'd go to the National Theatre to watch them come alive. So that was one of the passions that I nurtured up until some extent. And then, adulting comes along and you realize you have no time for them, or you're too busy or something. So you maybe go occasionally or when there's something that's happening. So what about your passions? What do you think about passions, nurturing them from the space of high school to now grown up?
In high school, I used to love reading novels.
Okay.
Yeah.
You picked that from me, you know that.
Yes.
Okay.
I loved reading novels so much. It was the way fiction books are written in such a way that it gets you out of that environment that you're in.
Yeah, okay, create another environment for you, so you go there.
Fictitious world. So I get into that, and anyone who would just tap me just a little bit, I would get irritated.
Because you also when you read a book, you actually go into that scene.
Yes, and when I start reading, I don't want to stop. Sometimes I'd go transnight. I never transnight.
Page turners. So fictions are page turners for you.
Yes. I'd never transnight for reading books, studying, blah, blah, blah.
Studying like core subjects?
No.
I will tell your dad.
You
never used to transnight to revise, for example, for exams?
I'd transnight for a novel. I'd sleep at 3 and wake up at 4 because I was reading a novel. And I just couldn't put it down.
I need a refund. She's gonna pay for this one.
And actually, I wanted to become an editor because of that.
Oh wow!
So I wanted to edit like fiction book because when you edit fiction books, you're always reading and you're getting paid for editing other people's works. Okay. But then I realized that I cannot read a book that has not been edited.
So so this is you read a book, when you see the errors there, grammatical errors,
I get so irritated. Why are you making these grammatical errors? It became a problem to the extent that I can't read these novel apps. The Wattpad.
The online ones.
I can't because they are not edited, and the ones that are edited, I have to pay for them. Why do I have to pay for reading on a why can't I should just buy a physical book instead.
Hold on. So book publishers are putting online editions of their books, but they're not editing them.
Yes.
So they give you a raw version of that. If you want the clean, nicely edited version, you have to pay for it.
Yes. So I'd rather just buy a physical book and reread it for a gazillion times.
Okay.
Other than read a novel app.
So you're reading books, but mostly the fiction books, right?
Yes.
So right now, are you still reading?
I'm still reading, but I'm starting to read this other kind of literature, spiritual books.
Oh, okay.
Books on psychology and that kind of stuff. I've read Atomic Habits.
Yeah. The Atomic Habits.
Yes.
Okay.
I've read Thinking Fast and Slow. I've read spiritual books. Currently I'm reading C.S. Lewis. Yeah. Mere Christianity.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. A small, very compact yet very insightful book.
Wow, that book is just so wow. It is. You should read that book.
Okay. Notes for self.
You should
okay.
read it.
Okay.
You should read it.
Okay. So what are some of the lessons that you're gleaning from the book that you're reading?
C.S. Lewis.
Yes.
Oh my God, that guy. He starts the book in such a way that when you're reading it as not a Christian, as an atheist. Yeah. So he starts talking about the basic principles of life, like the law of nature, which it's usually biology, but then he introduces the the law of right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So in the law of right and wrong, you're doing this thing called, you're looking at things, actions, as this is right, this is wrong. But then we have a tendency of doing what is wrong. So he explains that, he goes deeper into that, and then the more you go, he starts talking about psychology, the psychology of the law of right and wrong. So
okay, hold up. The psychology of the law of right and wrong.
Yeah. So in that,
Nice.
he starts talking about psychology and how it applies to what we're doing right and wrong, and then he introduces the concept of morality. So psychology comes right before I make the decision, how my headspace is seasoned according to, do I like cats or am I afraid of cats? So if I have a phobia for cats, I won't be able to pick that cat up. If that is the action, that is generally what I want to do, but because I have that phobia, I won't be able to pick the cat up. When psychology comes into that, dealing with the phobia, so I will be able to pick the cat up, but then it's my decision to pick it or not to pick it. That's where morality comes in.
C.S. Lewis also bases his books on the Bible, right?
Yes.
The way of the Lord, right? He talks about righteousness in his own narrations. Because I think I've watched that the productions he's done, the TV ones, Chronicles of Narnia, and those ones. And yes, the underlying lesson is like in the Chronicles of Narnia, the lion that comes back is killed, but it comes back now as the conqueror of, the animal kingdom, quote unquote. So those are very insightful things. Your other passion, you can talk about a book forever. Oh my goodness.
I can. I haven't even completed the review for Christianity. So, okay, let me just finish. I feel like I haven't finished.
All right.
Mere Christianity, when morality comes in, that's when Christianity comes in. Because a lot of our morality is based on our religion.
Our faith.
Our faith.
Okay.
Yes. So that's when how the impact of Christ in my life has to show in the decisions that I make. But then we use psychology and Christianity can come together, and they can also be very much apart. So the psychology is used to treat our neurosis, our psychosis, and our
mental health disorders.
Those disorders that we have. But then after you are able to make a decision without having your background and everything else interfering with it, then you have to use your faith, you have to use the virtues that you have, the vices that you're trying to give up. You have to use all of those things so that you can make a credible decision. That's where I have
C.S. Lewis's book has just been reviewed in one sitting. How about that? Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's the other passion that you are nurturing currently?
Music.
Okay.
Yes, I am currently nurturing my music.
How?
I did music in high school. And I felt like it wasn't in totality, because we were taught how to read music and how to play it.
And
how to write it.
Okay.
But then they were not, our teacher didn't really delve deep into that, and I felt so shallow in music because I couldn't sing, I could only play it. Yes. So when I joined the praise and worship team in church, and I'm in the youth church.
Okay, so there you do a lot of music.
Yes.
Have you started playing an instrument?
Not yet.
Are you interested?
You are supposed to buy me a violin.
Oh yeah, okay. Subscribe to this channel. Raise the money that she needs to buy a violin. She needs to just violin. Okay. Already told them to subscribe to this channel. So yeah, hopefully you guys will come through. Please come through for her. She needs it.
Yeah. So
okay. So that's music.
Music is it's a lot, because I'm learning how to lead music, in that you encouraging people to your main focus is really the Lord, and getting people to praise Him and to worship Him, and they're supposed to use it use your musicality in that aspect.
There's such a thing as musicality.
Yes.
Yo, new word. Okay.
It's supposed to use your musicality in that aspect.
To praise the Lord.
Yes.
Okay.
And it can get really complicated, especially when you're not really in a very good position with the Lord. Yeah, and it gets to those points. And pastors don't like preaching about it. They want to
righteousness, holiness, right standing with the Lord.
Yes,
okay, it's downplayed.
No, not really downplayed, but people, when pastors are talking about these kinds of things, that when you're getting to a point with the Lord, that he goes quiet. Those quiet moments when you're with the Lord and he just goes silent all of a sudden. How do you continue preaching? How do you continue serving? How do you continue ushering? Continue going to church when you are just feeling that God is not here?
Yeah.
How do you continue doing that?
Yeah.
I haven't even learned. I haven't seen anyone who has addressed that topic so far. I think I should do more research, but that is really an area of wanting.
So for me, my take home in this conversation is that if you are to minister, to go into music, the passions that you have, you must have a relationship with God, you know, for you to also be effective in what you're saying and in pursuing your passion, because then God gives it the depth that is needed, right? Even the books that we read, the Christian books, you have to be passionate about God for you to then grasp the depth of the lessons they are in. Wow, so much to learn. You'll tell us about the third passion that you have in our next video. You have a third passion.
I do.
Where you go to the kitchen and disturb Sharon and everybody, and your brothers are screaming left, right. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in the next video. Because Ethan, your brother, and Miles, in tantrums when they think about Natalie in the kitchen. Okay.
Because my food is nice. Not the other.
Stay right here. We're going to shoot that. We're going to talk about that in the next video.
My food is nice.
I'm the mom.
It's delicious.
I'm the mom.
It's delicious.
I am the mom. My name is Melissa.
And I am the daughter. My name is Natalie.
Until next time, peace out.